I am Wheelchair 21, and on today's rolling review, we will be looking at SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Ghost Ore Damashii with first round pre-order bonus, Yurusen. Alright, Kamen Rider boxes are now smaller, now petite, and easily more storageable. This box looks amazing. I love how it uses the orange of the Ghost suit for the icon logo in general. I love that it goes well overly done with the actual black boxes. Honestly, just superb. And we'll go right into what this figure contains. Ghost himself comes with two pairs of additional hands, which are kind of covered by the overcasing black-purple slip that actually keeps Yurusen nice and protected in the actual overall case. The Gun saber, as well as his additional hoodie. And it also comes with a nice and neat little flyer, which shows Spectre was released in May, the bike releasing in June, and the Musashi Damashii is a August pre-order. Actually, not pre-order, I should say premium, Bandai exclusive. And on the back, the August retail figure, which is Tocom Boost. Tocom Boost, I did not actually pre-order. I do want it. Do I think I'm going to get it right away? Maybe. I'm just probably going to wait till it goes on sale due to the fact that, well, Ghost Figuarts aren't that popular at this moment. So I'll probably pick up not just one, but two later on. Figuarts Ore Damashii looks splendid, using the contrast of orange and black with a little bit of silver and white on the overall figure. Honestly, it's a wonderful design, but before we can go into all the points of articulation and the figure at hand, let's just take a minute to look at our little adorable Yurusen. The gift set comes with a nice little Damashii stage piece act that's specifically made and catered to him. He's a nice little freaking mono-eyed ghost. Really wonderful. I love it. I love the orange and white. Very cute and adorable. Great character. A lot of people either love him or tend to have this hate for him for being either too cute or being a little bit overly annoying. There's also a confliction with the actual fandom by calling him he or she. A lot of the people prefer to call him a he, even though his voice actor is an actress, so that's why they prefer to call it a she. Honestly, it's a ghost. Call it he, call it she, call it it. I don't really care. It's adorable, it's great. It's a nice little figurine piece to have. I like it. It's awesome. Just great overall. The figure, alright. We'll get back to you now. So, honestly, the skeletal structure looks amazing. I love this design right here, making him look like a skeletal ghost. Just wonderful. I love the basic black. This is a very streamlined rider. It's very simple to me, I think. The only thing that makes him not look as simple are the hoodie systems that all the forms use and all the riders practically use. I like this idea. I like the hoodie aspect. It's very nice. It's wonderful. It's great. And I feel like it's a Kamen Rider that could actually probably be brought over to North America, given some circumstances. The points of articulation are basic for a Figuart. You have your hips, your knees, your ankles, and you have your shoulders, which are a little bit hindered due to the actual jacket, but they can actually rotate a bit, the pieces, so you can get full mobility out of the shoulders. Double jointed elbows. And actually, he doesn't seem to have a wrist joint by much due to how his cuff is, but he still has some sway to it. The torso is a little bit tight, and it's hard to actually move it. I mostly think it tends to be because of the jacket itself screws it up, and I believe they just made the joint too tight. A lot of people complain that there's a bit of a rattling in their figure, which mine seems to have that QC error as well. I don't think it's broken, I just don't know what the hell it could be on the inside. Plus, I don't know how to disassemble this figure to figure out what could actually be causing it. I actually like this weird ghost-like horn. It works well with his motorcycle, being that it's supposed to be some kind of unicorn. I don't have it yet. It's not even out at this time. I don't think it's even out yet in stores. Or it could be right now. I'm pretty sure it's probably being released in Japan. But I overall just think it's a great aspect. Now, when switching the hood from being down and up, you can see there's like a little square rectangular piece here on his head that you just pick out and put in the overall other piece of the hoodie, and you pull out this piece right here. The funny thing about it is, when you pull out, when it's down, there's a hole in the jacket that's covered by the hood, and it plugs into the head, and vice versa. A piece plugs in here, and a little piece covers the head. Honestly, these are one of the few pieces that you could lose on the figure and make its overall price be devalued. As for his only accessory piece, the Gun sword or Gun saber, it can only become the sword and gun form. None of its other forms that are used when becoming any other form when accessing icons in the Ghost Driver can be obtained. And the way it switches is the actual hilt is able to rotate down. You pull out this piece here and pull it up and simply replace it as so, reconnecting it to the overall blade, creating your gun. Honestly, I don't think it's really a gun. To me, it's more of a shotgun due to how big the actual weapon is, due to the fact it's a sword now into a shotgun. But it's actually a really good and simple design and weapon. It really takes me back to something you would see in the 80s or early 90s. It's evaluation time, and for my final evaluation, even though I'm not a fan of the series Kamen Rider Ghost, or its character, Takeru, who is our Kamen Rider, I love the overall aspect of the suit, its design, its concept, its use of the ghosts and the hoodies. And now, some people either hate the design, hate the concept, but love the show. I'm just specifically all about this goddamn suit. The hoodie aspect is something that I thought writers or any type of Toku hero should have been using a long time ago. People will argue that against me. I don't know why. I like hoodies. I like the idea of the hoods. I like the idea of just jackets in general. Just because, well, jacket makes people look so much cooler. Whether it's a leather jacket, whether it's a nice leather hooded jacket, whether it's a basic hoodie, or a nice windbreaker, or a trench coat, it sometimes can make that character look more badass than it already is. The overall skeletal and ghost design looks swell using the orange and black. Makes me automatically think of Halloween. And like I said earlier in the review, it makes it feel like it could be a rider that could be easily brought over to America, even though that possibility is not probable at this time, or almost ever. Other than that, I forgot to mention that you can take this clear plastic case off the belt to reveal its weird evil grin that makes you think of Full Metal Alchemist's character Father when he was still in the veil, in the vase, as the original homunculus. Now, for its accessory count, it's slightly limited, but since the overall figure is a shared design with Spectre, the only difference being its nice ultra blue paint, as well as 2 additional horns and a different weapon accessory, the hands are practically the same, so you can switch them out between the two. Another good thing is the fact that Kamen Rider Ghost seems to be not a popular series. The Figuarts are going for cheap and are still in stock at several online retailers. So that's always great. And due to the fact that some of them are still in stock, that means you'll have a good chance of getting his little buddy Yurusen. Yeah, this little guy, who's cute, adorable, and amazing. The only dislike I have about this little bonus feature is I feel like the stand they gave you is cheap. Very basic, very simple. The only difference I think it needed was just a 1/4 of an inch, just to raise him up a little bit higher, due to the fact that Yurusen seems to always come in over the shoulder, not against the shoulder, like some kind of little pet. That's just my little pet peeve, is just it needs a little extra height just to go over Takeru's shoulder when he's, talking to him and discussing with him. Nevertheless, though, if you are a Kamen Rider Ghost fan, or a Figuarts collector in general, you will need to have this figure in your collection. Personally, for me, I think I got it just because I love the motif, and I just want to have a set of the main riders in their main forms, as well as some additional power-up forms like midway forms and final forms, and that's, I think, the true reason why I got this figure, other than the fact that I really wanted this Yurusen. So, if you want to get it for cheap, now's probably the best time, because, like I said, it's not that good of a show. You can like this video here on my YouTube channel, subscribe to me here on YouTube, like and comment and share the video wherever you want on the internet, as well as follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check me out at Hero Club and Hirotaku. I will see you next time with most likely another rolling review because Doyle's DVDs are back on hiatus, only due to the fact because I have no decision on what DVD set I want to review next.